right, well, it is time for a 1 year plus update to my Bauer surface conditioning tool video. And I know most people will buy something like this and they'll do a review of it and say, oh, that's great, and then never follow up to say if they like it later on. Well, the big test is on any product you buy is, would you buy it again? And I would definitely buy it again. And in some cases, I wouldn't mind having another one around. That way you don't have to change out wheels, or you could have another wheel, just same wheel ready if you're going through a bunch of them or something. The tool just works. It does what I want. No complaints whatsoever. It just works. It just does the job I want it to. Now what I've got on here is actually a brush. This is a non-abrasive brush, so it's just a big plastic brush. It's good for removing loose stuff. You might be able to use it on maybe some kind of wood, stuff like that, if you've got something that you need to brush off of wood, things like that. If you are a big commercial barbecue grill guy and you've got one of those 20-foot long propane tank barbecue grills, you could clean grates in no time with this thing here. Piece of cake. It would do it super fast. And essentially this is the same bristles that you see on a lot of these barbecue cleaners anyway. Now, one thing I do have, not a gripe, but a suggestion. Now, for us car guys, we're going to be using this wheel here, this black wheel. It's a silicon carbide wheel, non-woven, whatever. They have a bunch of different names for it. Whatever you want to call it, the black kind of foamy, hard foam with stuff abrasive in it. This works great. My one thing that I wish I would do, you got these purple wheels. These purple ones are a little more abrasive and they tend to last a little longer. If you could take this purple stuff, put it on this wheel, you'd have the perfect wheel for stripping cars. And I stripped the entire bottom of this Mustang with it, and the whole bottom I stripped it, and actually used this is the doohickey I used for doing that, as well as the deck lid. Deck lid didn't go well. It's not going on the car. That's in another video. It decided it wanted to go airborne. But I've used it on the bottom of this car. I've used it on the deck lid. I've used it on a whole bunch of other stuff I don't video. And it really has held up well. Now, this is basically at end of life. And when you get to this point here, you will end up with issues where, as you can see, you kind of look at this here, when you've got it on there, that you're going to be tapping these corners sometimes. Just something to be aware of when it gets really, really low. But if you hold it at a slight angle and you keep flipping it back and forth, or you use it on stuff that's not flat, you can just keep going until it's just a plastic drum at the bottom. Now, there are different sizes of these. You've got 4-inch, and I believe it's 4.5-inch, or some sort of the thing, whatever. That brush is actually technically larger than the tool can hold, but it works just fine. You might, if it hits the little guard on there, you might want to, massage it a little bit. But otherwise, it is a great tool. It works great. And hopefully I'll put a few little clips in here of me using it and just showing you how it's used. It works. It just works. I wouldn't be without it. I wouldn't. If it died tomorrow and I was doing a project where I need it, I'd go buy another one. Wouldn't hesitate. I would just go buy another one. So whichever one of those you buy, great. But that type of tool, endless uses, just works.